Hey everyone, it's Chase with Headfirst Performance. I'm going to take you through the 2014 Lame Duck Triathlon course, but first I'd like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors, Swim Bike Run of Kentucky, The Pond Massage Therapy, McDonald's, as well as the Mallard Point Homeowners Association and Quest Outdoors for contributing to this year's event and to this video. The date for this year's event is August the 2nd, and the location is once again within the Mallard Point community in Georgetown, Kentucky. For more information or for registration, please visit headfirstperformance.com. Shortly after turning onto Mallard Point Drive from Highway 25, you will pass the transition area on your right, as well as the finish line, registration, and day of packet pickup on your left, before you come upon Drake Lane, at which point a volunteer will be directing you towards parking. The swim leg of this race is a point-to-point 54 100ths of a mile, which means that the swimmers will be entering the water in a separate location than they're exiting to transition. In this case, the swim start is closest to Green Wing Court cul-de-sac, which is on the north side of the lake as you see it here, and then swimmers will make their way south through the lake and taking the left bend towards transition, following buoys and kayak support the whole way. Swimmers will exit the swim and enter T1 using the boat ramp you see here. For detailed transition maps, please visit headfirstperformance.com. The transition area will be located in the parking lot you see in front of you here. As soon as you've completed your T1 and have your helmet on and buckled, you will take a right onto Mallard Point Drive, starting the 9.1 mile bike leg of the race. You'll first head west on Mallard Point Drive and then turn north. One thing I want to go ahead and stress about this course in particular is the deer. As you see here, I was out here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon driving the course for this video, and deer crossed the road in front of me several times, so that's definitely something you want to be aware of on race day. Here's Green Wing Court. This is where the swim start is. On the bike leg, you'll just turn around in Green Wing and then continue back the way you came, first down Green Wing and then down Mallard Point Drive. But this time at the end of this long straight stretch, after crossing the small pond, you'll take a right, and then pretty shortly afterwards an immediate left onto Widgeon Way. Shortly after turning onto Widgeon Way, you'll take a left onto Drake Lane, as you see here. And then once on Drake, you'll continue a good little bit. This is probably the flattest section of road you'll have within the neighborhood. As we approach the Drake Lane and Mallard Point Drive intersection here, you'll recognize this as the area you parked at earlier, and the finish line, registration, day of, packet pickup, and awards will be on our right. The transition area is in the parking lot to our left. I want to stress safety through this area as well. The combination of the hills, the turns, and the spectators make that an especially dangerous area, so definitely stress caution there. All right, we're coming to Highway 25, which is also Cincinnati Road. You're going to take a left and head north on 25. Once again, stressing caution. This is a little bit busier road than we're on in the neighborhood, so it can be an especially dangerous place. Left on right lane, which will take you towards Northern Elementary School. Here we're taking a left in Northern Elementary. We will use this parking lot, the Northern Elementary School parking lot that is, to turn around for the bike leg. Now this isn't the turnaround as in the halfway point, but this is just simply the turnaround point where we're going to head back to the neighborhood. Here we go, taking a right out of Northern Elementary back onto right lane. A short time after taking that right, we're going to take another right onto Highway 25 again, as you'll see here. Heading south, like I said, on Highway 25, Cincinnati Road, back towards Mallard Point neighborhood. All right, here we are approaching Mallard Point. We're going to take a right back on a Mallard Point Drive and climb the hill back into the neighborhood. This time we're going to take a right on Wood Duck Lane and head all the way back to the cul-de-sac at the end of Wood Duck and then turn around. Once again, another opportunity here to stress deer. Like I said, had them cross in front of me several times at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a weekday. So on Saturday morning, it's going to be nice and cool, and there's sure to be deer out there. Those who have been at the race in the past can tell you there's often deer spectating just 50 yards behind, those who are watching the race. So, all right, we're heading back down Wood Duck towards Mallard Point Drive. As you see here, we'll take a right onto Mallard Point Drive and head back down towards the transition area. Once again, safety in this area. You're going to dismount, take a right into transition. There will be a chute set up here guiding you around the right side of the transition area, and you'll enter and rack your bike.
After completing your T2, you will head out of the transition area the same way that you did on the bike, taking your right onto Mallard Point Drive and heading up the hill past the finish line. But this time, instead of continuing on Mallard Point Drive, you'll take a right onto Mallard Point Court and head down this road for a short bit until you hit a cul-de-sac. Once you're in the cul-de-sac, you'll make the turn and head back the same direction you came before, down Mallard Point Court towards Mallard Point Drive. Alright, once you come back to Mallard Point Drive, you'll take a right and head out just like you did on the bike course, first west, and then you'll turn slightly north. But instead of heading all the way down Mallard Point Drive to Green Wing, you'll take the left onto the unmarked road and then another left shortly afterward onto Widgeon Way. Just like you did on the bike course, you'll continue down Widgeon Way and take a left onto Drake Lane, making the big loop around the south side of the neighborhood. As you approach the end of Drake Way, you'll come to Mallard Point Drive and take a right and head back down the hill towards transition, but this time you'll veer right into this parking lot and cross the finish line, which will be set up right here. After you cross the finish line, we'll have awards and refreshment and food through that fence you see there. Once again, this is Chase with Headfirst Performance, and for more information and for registration, you can visit headfirstperformance.com. I'll see you on August 2nd.